What's up, guys? It is Bad Jack coming at you once again with some Week 1 Junior Star League Origins bracket gameplay. Or I should say gameplay, you know. Memes and shenanigans. We'll go with that. I like that better. Here we go. So game number 1 this time around will be a ZVP. Now there is one more match in the bracket for Week 1, but it is a game that I played, and I will not be casting that game because I already know what happens. Welcome, guys, once again to Turbo Cruise 84 LE, where it goes very fast and very slow at the same time. In the top right-hand corner, the purple Protoss Spaces. He is Swexteen. And in the bottom left-hand corner, the purple Zerg Pieces. Actually, this is... oh, God, I got it backwards. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm handing in my caster license right now. This is Swexteen in the bottom left-hand corner, the purple Zerg Pieces. And in the top, we have Samwise, the brave. Little probe here, gonna come going back. Now, I was watching Home Story Cup, obviously a lot of us were. And one thing they were talking about is when you scout as a Protoss. Like, apparently, the people scouting, or gateway scouting first, you know, get a little bit more information. And I feel like a gateway scout is probably a lot safer when you're playing against a Zerg, because you know how Zergy boys like to be. But you don't see a hatchery down, there's like a pool in the base, you're immediately throwing up that wall. There's a probe on the way back. What did that probe actually see? Did he see anything? Okay, he saw the hatchery, he saw the main. He knows there's gas on the way. He doesn't know if there's 2 gas or 1 gas, or if there's a roach horde already somehow in his base proxy. Cybernetic Score is on the way. I want to see this wall tucked in nice and tight, Sam. I want to see this wall so perfectly done that even I would not be able to abuse it later. Alright, we should see no gateway coming down here. Second pylon is in the main. So now once the Zerg Scout says they will not have to worry about any kind of proxy being on the map. As of yet. Now this could change. It's never too late to proxy. Never too late to proxy. There we go. Probe going to hold the front line until that sentry pops out. Kind of a risk to go for a sentry, but I understand why. I feel that going for a sentry sometimes, or you know, a non-cyber unit, like just a zealot when the gateway goes up, is a little bit safer to go for that zealot. But the sentry does have a force field, so there is that. And you can use that sentry to also, you know, scout with hallucinations later. Protoss, such a good race. Maybe I should switch to Protoss and be pro. Stalker does pop out with that sentry. Means Overlords can be cleaned up, Lings can be cleaned up, and then just like that, we do have some Lings on the way. Now on the other side of that, no lair on the way just yet. We do have a third base coming down. Now, assuming this goes completely standard, I expect there to be... Here we go. Lings getting on top of that sentry. Well, they get it. They do get in the door. They will pick up that sentry. And there we go. Just get on out of here. Just go right to the main. Get a full scout off. See what your opponent is up to. See the robo. Maybe go pick off a probe or 2. That's exactly what they're going to attempt to do, is try to get on top of these probes. At least let them fight. Just get a probe. There you go. You get 1 probe. 1 probe with a sentry. You know, full scout. You know, I think that's definitely worth. I think that's definitely worth the amount of 150 mineral for that. Yeah, I'll take that. And this Overlord does stay alive. In a good spot to scout out that third base. Now, if this goes standard, we should see Protoss move out about the 6-minute mark. Doesn't look like we will be seeing any standard play just yet. Twilight Council on the way. So, judging by the number of stalkers being made, blink. Maybe. This is starting to look like a very standard game. We do have Warprism on the way as well. A couple gateways also in the main. So let's take it to the gateway units. These two queens sitting out here and not getting a whole lot done. Well, I'd like to see some creep tumors, please. They're so slow, they finally stopped running. So again, we've reached the slowdown in this game a little bit. I do not fast forward through replays for this reason, because you never know when something weird might happen and you'll miss it. There we go, some Porlings making their way downtown on Turbo Cruise 84. Kind of pulling these stalkers out of position a little bit as they chase them away. Yeah, we should just see a very standard game be played here. What is that charge? Right, so Zealot legs on the way. As this will be a very, very standard Protoss move out about 6 minutes. Elucidated Phoenix does get picked off there, sees what is going on. Now, this is where I'm going to get worried for Swexteen, because this is a very difficult hold in a lot of cases. Like, when Protoss moves out, they'll take their third base behind this. He's scouting this, okay? We should see about 6 minutes, 6:30 is when this should move out. He's going to get a full scout. He'll see something is being morphed there. Templar Archives on the way, so you will have the ability to tech into the store and get out the, Archons. A few more gateways being thrown down. Is that a... Okay, I was about to say, he's throwing out 2 Templar Archives there. If you have 2 Templar Archives, you make double the Templar. There we go, this move out. This is a very late move out here. I don't agree with this. I get why Swexteen is doing that. He's trying to buy some time to keep Protoss at home while he gets some fighting units out and gets some creep strike going. But you got slow roaches against Big Daddy Immortals. This might have been a case of this going in without a plan. He's trying to pick off the sentries. He will get one, and he's trying to run away with the rest of them. Oh, man. Svex, I understand you're trying to drone up and be a happy Zerg, but there's no reason to throw away those units. I don't feel you trying to keep him back at his base like this was worth the time, man. It just doesn't feel kosher. Anyway, we do have 1-1 on the way. It is going to be that range and carapace upgrade. Sorry, lads, had a cough. But again, we've reached a slowdown in this game where both sides are going to macro up. Here comes a bit of a gateway explosion. Now, you keeping him back like this has bought you quite a bit of time. And what do you do with it? You got the 37 army supply here. You know what your opponent has. And I don't see any infestation pit on the way. I don't see any starport or spires on the way. And you're going to try to jump right in here and dive in on this army. Here we go. Ready? Up, one probe will fall. That's all you're gonna get. You kind of poke the hornet's nest. Like, I see what you got there. I see what you got. That's all right. All right, sounds good. Is Storm done? Yeah, Storm is done. So, guys, I want to see the votes come in. Will it be inclement weather that takes us out? That ends Swexteen's Sweet 16. That's terrible. But I told you, I got terrible puns. Or will it just be the Big Daddy Immortals powering through everything? Now, we do have Hydras on the way. 17 of them, in fact. With speed and, +2 range on the way, but they do have 1-1. I love this. He's actually... Oh, Svex has actually pulled this army out of position, so Lings will make it in here. They will jump on top of these couple of Immortals, but they're not going to get much more outside that. The first thing you go and nibble on is the Forge. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the big engagement is about to happen. Will it be enough? Will Swexteen be able to hold here Or is the inclement weather? Storms are on the forecast. There it is. Immediately raining down. Get a pretty decent connection there, but he does manage to back out. Will it be enough? I don't think it's going to be enough. Army supply is about equal. We have an infestation pit. If Swex holds on here, I think Swex will be in a really great place. But here we go. This hatchery is under siege. He's trying to dive into High Templar. Where's the storm? Storm's coming down. Great splits coming out. And you don't think he will end up holding it. I mean, he cleaned up all the High Templar. There's no storms left. It's just the Immortals and Stalkers here doing the work. The Warp Prism has fallen. There is still a lot of Protoss here, muscled into this nice little corner of the map. We do have some hallucinations come out to tank for some of the damage. Third does end up falling, but there is a fourth base down here. The Blings and Queens against this slight Protoss ball. Now, at this point, I would just recall. If I was Samwise here, I would have just recalled and kept this army alive. But okay, this army also does take care of itself. So the recall may not have been the smartest idea. I told you I'm not a Protoss main. He continues to march forward. GG gets called. And that will be game number 1, going to Samwise. He was very wise to keep that march going. Alright, moving into game number 2. Let's get into this. Let's get into this show, folks. Game number 2. And in the top left-hand corner, this red Protoss player, currently up 1-0 in the series. It is Samwise. And in the bottom right-hand corner, the purple Zerg pieces. Will they bring it back? It is Swexteen. So let's see what goes down here. This probe is on the map rather early. Will we see a gateway or a forge? Let's find out. Pretty sure it just got spotted. Yep, this probe gonna come down here. Could have hatch blocked. Could have hatch blocked. Could have blocked that hatch. But no hatch block today, folks. He's gonna get in here and take a look around. I would love to see him just throw down like 3 pylons right now. And then just cancel them all and be like completely mind gaming. I'm like, oh, nope, we're not doing it. But that would not be the case. We will see a gateway expand. Keeping it fresh. Keeping it standard. Standard can always be fresh. Especially when you don't play a standard games and then you play a standard game. And then it's just fresh because you're like, how do I do this? This is new and fresh to me. I don't get it. Anyway, so Samwise here is, you know, just gonna play a standard game. Looks like he's gonna open up exactly the same way. And this is why I always open like aggressive spawning pool against anyone now. It's just because you can punish them for stuff like this. You can jump on top of this and just be super aggressive and get in here and force the giant wall off, or a forge should come out earlier than it should be. And then you just go in the back door. The night is... Oh man, I'm ruining my gameplay already. Ruining my game plans. Alright, but here we go. Let's see what happens here, guys. It's Karos Junction, a very big map. Good for macro. I expect to see Swexteen go up to at least 3 base again here about the same time. What's fun is you actually start to get to know players when you cast their games, and you can kind of see a lot of their habits. Robo on the way once again. Did he open where the sentry is? Nope, he's getting a stalker this time right there. Oh, the sentry's already out. There's actually a lot of utility in getting that early sentry when you think about it. Hallucinations for scouting, force field to kind of handle any aggression, to close off doors and keep units alive, as well as out of your base. Yep. Third base at the exact same time. Now, keep in mind, both these players are probably just playing super standard in terms of what works for them on ladder. Wait, is this game 1 again? Like, I feel like I'm watching the same exact game unfold. Same exact build orders, too, like... Again, here we go. The Ling's gonna come in here. They are not gonna get into the base this time. Stalker is taking a little bit of hull damage on that armor. We'll get its shield back. Hallucination does get in here. Scouts out the base of Svex. Now, I would like to see a complete flip the script moment here of a lair coming up and a Nidus Worm. Or something along those lines, like a Spire. And trying to catch Sam here a little bit off guard, because, again, Sam's in his comfort zone. He's won game 1, he knows his will work, and he's just going to stick to what worked last time. This is literally a standard Protoss in his home field, basically. I feel like we're seeing the exact same game for both of them. Like, is he... Here we go again. Svex is going to move across the map. These things will get scouted here. He will know that they are indeed here. And Samwise is keeping on top of everything. They're getting on top of the rocks, too. Look at that. They are rocking these rocks. What is the armor on a rock? I wish I could tell him this, like, what the armor's on. I think it's like a 3 or 5 armor for those rocks. Alright, so Roach Warren does get spotted. Lair does finish up. And again, we're right back into that same situation. Now, the only thing really different here is these the Warpers up here at the High Templar. I imagine there will be one more coming out here. Storm is on the way, which means he will be leaving those hanging around, you know, until we get enough energy to cast Ice Storm. I imagine just drop Storm all over the drones. This might be the biggest change in this game. Svex making sure there's no third base on the way. He's got Svex is a very minimum, I was gonna say, army right now. He's been trying to drone, I would assume, but as I look here, that's actually a little bit different. That's actually not true. 35 army supply at 28, 40 army supply at 28. And we're about to see a move out here. We are seeing a move out of Svex, who wants to stay in this series. The Ling is getting ahead of the game here. As more drones do get created. Army going up once again. This third base, the Archons. I missed something here. How many drones went down? 10 drones have gone down, guys. And Sam has yet to lose anything this game. Sam is playing the perfect game right now. Here we go. The Gateway Explosion of the Samwise. Third base is on the way. He does plan to get a third, clearly. Not scouted just, yep, here we go. Once again, these roaches, and Ling is getting in here, just trying to find something. But the door is shut. The way is shut. And it is made by those who keep it. It is made to stay shut.
Research complete. I return to
Yeah, really the only big difference here was the Archon harass. As Svex is going to have to back off here with these roaches to try to keep them alive, but there are charge lots chasing that army down. Third base is not going to go down. So this is a bit of a win here for Svex. Svex trying to, you know, find a win here and there. This bank, though, for both players, both of them are supply capped. Like, that is a big reason why right now they're supply capped to win. There we go. Pylons being thrown down. Overlords are finally being created. This creep spread of Swex is going to explode here very shortly. I'm going to love to see this. Just take over the map. Would like to see it more north. Keep in mind, putting 4 creep tumors next to each other, 5, don't increase the creep spread rate. It's only 2. But I know why you have them there. Gotta have extras. Look at all this creep being created. Look at all this creep being created here. Overlord floating away as fast as he can, which is not very fast at all. But here we go. Upgrades are 35 roaches here coming in to try and take on this army. Force was being thrown down. The Archon's actually canceling out the force fields. I would love to see these lings run across the map. These lings need to go across the map and at least try to, nibble away at the third. Swex needs you to win. This storm's coming down on top of these roaches, forcing the roaches to retreat. They retreated quite far. Here we go once again. Aim! Oh no, the command move! And the storm raining all over these roaches. Luckily, roaches can kind of tank it, but these Charizards also doing a lot. It's roaches against Archon Immortal. Chargelet. There's still more storms on the way, too. Oh my gosh, it looks like Protoss once again is giving the Protoss the dessert, saying, get off my map, as these roaches are just get completely shut down by the Immortals, the Archons, and the Storms. Slack's just wanting to stay on that roach. Is it gonna work? And that was such a standard game in so many ways. Oh man. Like I said, that's gonna be it, guys. It's a 2-0 for Samwise in the first week. Great start to this season for him. And congrats on that win, sir.